today?
Film session, yeah. Just a lack of discipline. 3 turnovers in the last 1 minute and 50 seconds. We only had 10 turnovers for the game with 27 assists, which is great. But in the last 150 to have 3 turnovers when it's a tie game and from your key players, just that can't happen. And then throughout the course of the game, calculated to be, we gave up 33 points off of a lack of discipline, whether it be game plan or personnel. So that could be closing out short to Brook Lopez, he gets 8 threes. That could be gapping versus a shooter like Chris Middleton, or chasing a guy that we shouldn't have been chasing. So way too many breakdowns, not locked in. And the crazy thing is, fourth quarter, our defense was really good. Our defense gave us a chance to win the game, and down the stretch, our offense did not allow us to win that game. And something that we have to clean up moving forward.
You mentioned Lopez's 3-pointers. How many of those, when watching film, are as a result of guys just helping in the paint? Nicola's sagging off a little bit to try to help on Giannis.
Yeah, I would say out of the 8 threes, there were 2 clear unnecessary helps, over helps, where you didn't need to be in there. You have to give him credit on some of those threes. Nikola does his job one time, runs them off. He escaped dribbles right, it's a 3. Another one opposite of their bench, I haven't seen him do this one before. He catches, he jabs, he ball fakes, he shoots a 3. Those are ones that you live with, but the unnecessary help, the breakdown and Ersan Ilyasova's pick and roll, pocket pass, we have to help, kick out 3. When you break down the 8 threes, a lot of them came off 17 made threes, 7 of their made threes overall were off of things that we could have done better and had more discipline within. So that's the tough part. You're 9-4, we've done some good things, we've lost 3 games in a row, and in all 3 of our latest losses, we've had the lead in the fourth quarter. And at home, aside from the game in Memphis, and you just have to be more disciplined, you have to execute, you have to value the ball, and we have to learn from it and get better moving forward.
You guys were up 4. Jokic got rebounded an Ilyasova miss. You were up 109, 105, and then the Gary turnover with him and Nikola, was that just a miscommunication? Because that kind of, I think, seemed to start kind of that run.
Yeah, we had 2. Jamal has a similar turnover. Right. Their bigs are down the floor. We're attacking. We're trying to make the pocket pass to Nikola, and whether Nikola has to gain more separation, whether the pass has to be more on time and on target. Bottom line is we have to be able to make that play. The big is open. Now Nikola gets a shot, or we play secondary action. As we told our guys, worst case scenario, we have to get a shot up. Forget making the shot. We have to get a shot up. Because what does that allow? Potential offensive rebound. It negates their ability to get out of transition and score points. They have 7 points off our turnovers in the fourth quarter. They only scored 22 in that quarter. So I think it's a little bit of everything, Nick, to be honest with you. Needing a better pass, a better screen, more separation for Nikola, and delivering the pass on time and on target.
Given how close you guys came the last 2 years to making the postseason, given the last 2 years how close you guys came to making the postseason, do you become almost hypersensitive to losing streaks? I mean, because you know that how much these can affect you later on.
No, I'm not. Last year I think we lost 3 games in a row once the whole year. And we were one of, I think, maybe 4 teams in the NBA to never have a losing streak longer than 3 games. Obviously, I think the most disappointing thing right now is that these are games that we feel we're giving away. And that's no disrespect to Memphis, Brooklyn, or Milwaukee, but when you are at home in the last 2, and you're a Brooklyn game, you're up 4 with minutes to go, you got to close that out. Too many breakdowns. Last night, we worked our way back in the game. Our bench unit, we're down 11, open the fourth quarter on a 13-2 run to tie the game up, take the lead very briefly, and again, the turnovers. So right now, we're just thinking about closing out games and how do you close out games better. Better execution, valuing the ball, and not having the defensive breakdowns that we've been having in key situations.
It seems like Jamal has been struggling with on-ball pressure more this year than in years past. Is that just teams defending him differently, or is there something else that goes into that?
Good question, TJ. I'm not really sure. Teams are, you look at the last 3 games, and you look at percentage, like Gary and Jamal's numbers in the last 3 are way below where they usually are, especially Gary. Gary Harris has been Mr. Consistency for 3 years for us. In the last 3 games, obviously he's struggled. Team's game plan for Gary Harris, and he's seeing a lot of different types of defenses. So I have to do a better job of helping Gary to get him going once again. He is not a 29% shooter, and we all know that. But yeah, I mean, teams are into us. They're being physical, and we have to do a better job of handling that pressure, that physicality. We have to set screens to get our guards open, to give them room to operate, and we just have to be better all the way around, whether they're into us or not. Better decision making, making shots, whatever it is. It was great to see us finally make threes as a team last night, a season high 18 threes, but you know, once again, in the end of the game, it was our offense, not our defense, that kind of let us down and did not allow us to win that game.
Coach, IT's obviously not playing right now, but it's impossible not to see him on the bench in huddles talking with guys when he's on the sideline. What's just his impact been from what you can see while he's been on the bench in those types of situations?
And it carries over. It's not just today in practice. You know, we have film sessions, and I open it up. I want to hear players. I want players to give me their input, to give their teammates their input, and where it's not always me telling them what I see. I know what I see. That's my job. I want these guys to take an active ownership. This is their team, and Isaiah is phenomenal. He speaks up. Guys respect him. It's a delicate balance because here's the guy that hasn't played a minute for us yet. The guys understand his body of work, the player he has been and the player he will be again. So his leadership, his voice, his encouraging guys, his getting on guys, I think it's invaluable. And to be quite honest, it can't be just on Isaiah to do that. There's got to be on other guys as well. But that's one of the reasons that we brought Isaiah here. The leadership, the mentorship, and that voice. And he's done a great job with that for us.
Is it important for a team, this team specifically, to play with joy? And do you feel that the team has a joy? Obviously not in a 3-game losing streak, but just overall in the season.
Yeah, I think you're always at your best when you're playing with that joy that you mentioned, Adam. It's you don't want to go out there and play like you're going through the motions or you don't enjoy playing with your teammates. We have a very close group, and obviously last 3 years we've been one of the better ball movement teams, and everybody's sharing in it. When you've lost 3 in a row, to your point, it's hard to have that joy. But my biggest message to our guys today was when we leave the gym today, let's leave with a positive mindset. Like it's too early in the season. We've lost 3 in a row. Everybody have their heads down and have it be just like gloom and doom. Continue to learn from these losses. We're young. Some of these guys are in moments, experiences they haven't been in before. Learn from it. Teach. That's my job. To teach, keep this team moving along in the right direction. We got a good hour on the court today. A lot of positivity, and if we can get back to having that joy, that ball movement, where everybody's playing for each other, that's when we're at our best. And I think we've got great examples of that so far this year, and I'm sure we'll have many more moving forward.
One more. A lot has been. Oh, go ahead.
What have you been seeing from Juancho that led to his start yesterday?
Yeah, most people will think that I put Juancho in the lineup because Torrey was not maybe playing well. It really had nothing to do with that. It's almost unfair to Torrey to think that. We as a starting unit, a collective starting group, we're getting off to tough starts. Guys are struggling to make shots right now. The floor is very, very crowded. So I just felt Juancho in the lineup would spread the floor, give us the shooting that he has. He plays extremely hard. He's got great length. He rebounds the ball. So, and I thought, we won the first quarter last night, and I thought Juancho played well for us. So, again, not that Torrey was doing anything wrong. I just feel right now Juancho gives us the best chance to get off to a good start in that first quarter because of his ability to space and shoot the ball.
Thanks, Coach.